This right here is a series that always delivers. Anotand versus Wham at the moment feels like the go-to to watch, and I am excited to see which one of these two is going to go through to our grand finals to try and win that bread up against the Legend Vortex. Welcome back to the channel, folks. It's Wham on House of Lancaster up against Anotand on the Mongols. A best of 5 to decide it here in Midweek Muster Season 2, Week 4. That's right, a $20,000 esports circuit already underway, and for the first time ever this season, we've seen a 3-0 from Vortex. It almost feels like you need to make a similar statement if you're Wham or Anotand, but I don't see how you're going to get a 3-0. Like, these two right now feel, I'd say, evenly matched. And Mongols versus Lancaster, definitely a matchup that has steered both ways, but I am starting to lean more and more to Lancaster because of how insanely powerful the Abbey of Kings build is. You guys might have seen my video the other day on it. It does look broken. Like, it's the way it's being played at the pro level makes it look completely broken. So for those who don't know, the whole idea is with Abbey of Kings, you're able to get 20% extra health on all of your military units in the feudal age, from the feudal age and beyond. And the unit that gives it itself is absolutely worth building because it has more health than a castle age knight by default. And it only costs 160 resources. Is it good in Castle too? It's a lot better in Castle. So the thing with Abbey of Kings, and this is a subtle change that I think probably a lot of people didn't clock at first if you're just like casually vibing to AoE. They made a change where now the lords, they actually scale their stats a little bit, so they get like more armor. Whereas before, one of the big problems is like your armor level didn't go up as you went up in age, right? You know how a lot of units at the moment have these auto upgrades like the Demi-Lancers? They fixed that. The interesting part, though, is that Wham isn't going for it at all. Now, that does surprise me. Yeah, not just that. Look at the placement of everything. Oh, dude, this is a fast castle build, isn't it? Yeah, think about the placement, guys. So if you want to know what a Lancaster player is up to, and for some reason he's not going Abbey of Kings because I still believe in Lancaster Castle, look at where he's placing things. So if Wham was playing a long feudal, I think you probably would have seen Abbey of Kings, because Abbey of Kings is incredible for that. But for a fast castle, you want the defensive nature of Lancaster Castle to get you there. So he's placing the Lancaster Castle on the 8 stack of berries. By the way, unique thing with this map, Danube Divide, you get 8 berries. Normally you only get 6 in your base, but this placement tells you a lot about what his intention is. He's securing not stone, but food and gold. So he's gathering stone early. He'll look to get those early manas. But then it seems like Wham's primary concern is probably just getting into castle. He can also actually, like, I mean, you can't fully secure that. I was about to say, you could actually get your stone here, but you can't really fully secure this. Hence why he hasn't gone for the Forgotten Ruins. Only 3 manas? For a White Tower Rush, yes, that's all you need. 3 manas into Ulfsgard spam. It's a really short map. Now, if Anotand reads through this correctly, like his opening play would be into probably Keshiks. The reason why you don't really want to have the Lords with these fast castle rush White Towers, by the way, is that 20% scaling is really nice when you have units that are at risk of dying at a reasonable pace. But if you fast castle rush, the whole idea with Ulfsgard spam is they shouldn't really die. Okay, so he is going to pull the villages. Yeah, I like this. Okay, so yeah, and then he'll garrison afterwards. Does he pull back off the stone now? No, he's going to hang around. Am I wrong about... Is he actually going level 2 mana? That's pretty wacky, actually. This is a really different style, guys. We haven't really seen people do this with Lancaster so far. Lancaster on this map has been Rax Rush openings where you pressure. But in fairness to him, he probably reviewed what Anotand's been doing. Anno, I think for the 3rd time on this map with Mongols, has dropped the TC next to the Forgotten Ruins, so you aren't able to harass him. And props to Wham, it's 100% the correct call, because you wouldn't be able to hit the gold either. He's going to go for an up. Dude, this is a really different build. I want you guys to just think into your memories, because you're probably looking at this building right now as a Lancaster main, going, what's that? What does that do? When did you last see a Lancaster player building an outpost at 5 minutes into the game? They just don't do that. The only time they do that is if they're rushing your base. Oh, mate. Anotand is going to have to move. Like, he's got 8 cores powered up at 5.2 gigahertz each if he wants to try and make this work. Exclamation mark. Because he is going into Magadai. What? I wasn't expecting Mango at all. That's very risky, actually, against Lancaster, no? I feel like Hobbler love facing Mangadai. Because remember, Hobbler, they're cheaper to build. You mass them up quick. They also have a quicker attack point. Like, actually, Hobbler are much better chasers than normal Horsemen. Because with Horsemen, they have a much longer attack animation before they can move again. Whereas Hobblers are very swift. So they attack and move, and they stay on top of the targets better. Time being, though, Wham is going to be going for the extra manas. I like the way he layered this as well. Yeah, you don't actually need much on the Forgotten Runes. You just need one to stop him decapping, and the Outpost guarantees that. I know, he's going to be following up with archers. Yeah, still, like, there's the problem, though. If Wham just went Hovelar now, you can test most of your army. The Keshiks is still of concern, but I think Hovelar Spears are pretty solid comp. It just seems like Wham doesn't care, though. He's just fast castling, whether it kills him or gets him the win. I love the fact that he's just defending with short bows the whole time. Used it on the Magadai when they came in the tree line. Anno, is he going to try a double attack? So essentially you dive in one place to distract while your main killer's going elsewhere. Maybe with a Keshik. It's just so weird for him to see this, right? Like an outpost from Lancaster changes everything about this position. Still, it is a bit of an overgather, and oh my god, he actually is going level 2 mana. Wow. Is this because of what Anotand done? Maybe because he saw Anotand adding in that Osgard doesn't want to rush castle now? Because remember, Keshiks can deal with Osgard. Is it too greedy? It feels pretty greedy. I think the reason why normally you go 6 manas is because you want to go for the King's College. But on a very aggressive map against a Mongol opponent, if you go King's College, you have no real defense. The villagers are going to get caught moving out towards the gold. Bad luck. And wait, he clicks the con. No. Surely not. Gets one of the kills. Magadai. You don't even kill him straight away. No, Anotand, he is going to back off. It looks like he might be able to snipe the scout here. Yep. Okay, that's a freebie. The dive on the other side is distracting. Wham, now goes for the repair, but he doesn't have any answer to the ram. Short bows aren't going to now come out. That's going to be another worker down. Gets the double Magadai kill in the end. I know, still keep harassing with the Khan. He's not going to die as easily. And the first mana is about to drop. Yeah, even with the extra HP from getting the mana tech, it will get taken out. Not just that, that's payday. That's payday. Anotand gets a 50 resource refund. Now you can move on to the outpost, which you also invested in because you got the stone for arrow sleds. And wham, if the plan wasn't White Tower before, it might have to be now. He switches into Yeoman. Okay, so we were expecting Abbey of Kings because Abbey of Kings has been taking a dump on everyone right now. I have got a creeping smile on my face because if Lancaster Castle now loses, there is hope for the Age of Empires community, right? Like all of a sudden, this mass mana spam Civ doesn't just get to mass mana. That's at least the proof of the pudding that we're seeing. There's still some way to go though. Anotand, he has got Steel Arrow coming through. And Wham is going to muster the nobles for the defense force. So Yeoman will be there to deal with the enemy archers, and then he's going to be using the Demi Lancers to deal with the rams. Pretty solid plan. You know, that's the difference as well as like timing-wise, Abbey of Kings, you see the value, the substance of it straight away via the Lords. With Lancaster Castle builds, it's a little bit more tempered, a little bit more delayed. Rams are going to go down, but not before he sets fire to another building. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Bounty on each. That's 200 resources. Not to mention the losses for your opponent. Definitely worth it for what Anotand invested. Another mana is guarding the backside here, just barely clipping in, I think. Wait, is it not? No, it's actually not in range at all. Ooh. And he did get Scout building the blacksmith, right? So Anno knows that Wham is sticking to the age. I mean, it's more a case of Wham doesn't have a choice, guys. His back gold keeps getting harassed. His forward gold is guarded. He has to commit. Demis are going to look to creep in the back, but there's just nothing there right now. Wait, or maybe... Wait, Anno? Wait, where's the Gur? I mean, in some ways, not knowing that he hadn't had the Gur there might have actually been better for Wham, right? Like, Anno would have just kept walking back inefficiently. Anotand looks like he's ready to go castle. He's thinking about it, right? He's holding reserves. I think this is a bit of a stare down where he's like, okay, I need to be ready to castle if he castles. And Anotand, yeah, he didn't pull the villager out, so he turfed both relics up. Ooh. I think that actually benefits Wham a little bit more. Lancaster feels like the type of civ that rushes this relic opening a bit more often. Good trade off Anno, though. Yeah, that was a phenomenal trade. Loses 2 archers, but kills 3 yeomen. Yeomen that come to a total cost of 285. The 2 archers were 160. Great trade. Now, Keshik switch that continues to scale. Something that Wham is reluctant to react to because what's your reaction going to be? You could go Spearman now, but your opponent already has 20 plus archers. This level 2 mana unlock has felt very odd, right? Like the level 1 unlock, I guess. It didn't really pay off. It almost felt like it exposed him. But he has at least got them now up. So a lot of resource gen coming through. Reminder, they give 105 resources each. 600 plus bonus resources. Which you can definitely see in the numbers. Anno, meanwhile, is struggling a bit for food. Yeah, playing pocket resource on the north. This does set him up nicely if you go step redoubt down the line. That's got some ways to go. Come on, another one? Yo. Yo, I'm going to go try to get the kill on the ram. He's going to have to hard commit to protect it. Keshik will get a lick of it. Mana is about to be set on fire. Archers continue the dive. Wham. Taking quite a few losses. The heavy cav just not dying as quickly as he would hope here. Now bogged down in the choke point. A phenomenal trade for Anotand. And guys, it gets worse than this. Does Anno go north? If he does, he finds a jackpot right now. He backs off though. Wham dodges a bullet. That was shaky. Because, you know, you kind of get to the stage where if you're camping as Anotand in that position, you wonder where the economy went. Where could it be? Wham has snuck back onto the South Gold. And he's ready to go castle. And after that last dive, no doubt about it, it has to be a white tower. Yeah, you just can't take the risk. After what just happened, if you King's College up, you're going down. So Wham will posture just in case. Demi-Lancers are drawing a lot of attention, so he knows he's safe to do this now. This is the frustrating thing about Demi-Lancers. You know, they might not kill anything super fast. I'd argue they kill at a decent pace. It's the fact that they threaten the map. That's the vulgar and vital value they provide. What do you think, guys? Ones if you think Wham's going to win. Twos if you think Anotand's going to take it. I mean, Anno's position looks a bit shaky here, right? Like, Kurotai probably going to be necessary, right? But if you do Kurotai, you're so far behind economy. So, yeah, it has to be step redoubt. So, maybe this... I feel like this gives Anotand an out of Imperial Rush. I'm not sure how I like Imperial Rush against House of Lancaster, though. Just a very good civ at rebuttaling it with a Mirrored Answer, right? Just do the same, but do it a little bit better. Rack spam from Wham. Just monitoring streams, by the way. How's the frame rate for you guys live? Looked a bit janky in my my browser, but I think we're good. Gotta make sure you guys got high quality to watch. So who's gonna be rushing relics? Because there's 6 relics up for grabs. I really thought that Wham might just try to sneak it straight away. I do think that Anotand needs it. Even with step readout, like, he's got a few worker kills extended there, but the mana effect is huge. Give me priority upgrade on the veterancy for archers. More pastures getting added in a very weird way, actually. I don't know what happened here. And the little ram that could, will. Oh. Even more resource? Jackpot. 50 resource payout for Anotand. I mean, sure, why not? He'd already done his purpose. Man, just always feels like a reminder of these type of games of how hard it is to actually dive and stop mana spam. It is ludicrous how safe that tactic is. I think Wham has gold issues, right? Yeah, so he's moving out to the same area. Oh, this is going to turn into quite the grudge. The grudge thrower, shall we say, of archer over archer on the rivers. This is a stare down. This is the beautiful thing about the 8K design. A lot of civs that are gold heavy steered towards here. I know, of course, does have that yam. Gonna need it up against the extra range of the Lancastrians. Still, no monastery. That's about to change. Anotand goes to the prayer tent. Wham has not mirrored that move, though. No. So, this is going to be a potential jackpot for Anno. It is tricky, though, due to the way that they've split the map. How do you get more than 3 relics here, right? Like, everything feels kind of blocked. Still, 3 relics is going to be a lot. And we do have the trebuchets now on the way. Nice thing about this being an 8K also means that Anotand can justify dropping more defenses. Like an extra 2 Spring Order placements here isn't a bad idea. Especially now that you're going trebuchets, so you're in a position where you can force your opponent off of his or force him to dive you. That dive does come right now. I'm definitely leaning Wham, though. It's a lot of Alsgard Yeoman. I'm just going around the back. Not able to find any kills. Anotand yet to lose a single worker this game. Might be about to change, though. Anno. No immediate reaction. It's going to be a worker down. Seek shelter now. Let's end up losing 2, though. The archers weren't quite in position to react. Make matters worse, he doesn't have the Khan Hunter, so no extra range on his units here. The Seek Shelter's going to grief him. Oh, my God. And just like that, from 0 to 10 kills, the Seek Shelter into the single tower, unraveling all of the good work of Anotand up to this point. Keshik Backstab gets 2 kills, but it's just not the same. Demi Lancers were scared away. But Wham, now with even more yeomen. Most Earls gotta get wiped, but absolutely worth it for what he achieves. Oh, this is the curse of it. It always is, man. This is why you don't trust Seek Shelter. In fact, Anotand at first selected individual units to send in, and then for some reason the rest just ran over anyway. Like, oh yeah, that looks fun. They seem to have forgotten they're not British, they're Mongols. They do not like queuing this much. And Sync Shot is now going to make it even scary next time. Synchronized Shot, remember, is the long-range skill shot that the yeomen get from House of Lancaster. And it is a powerful tool in your arsenal when you're up against unarmored units, of which archer crossbows can be categorized, as can villagers who do not have textiles. Wow, I'm fishing for it. Sync Shot's going to come through. A decent connect. Gets him a few kills and some heavy damage done. Still, the delay on him doing that, the Serena placement actually equalized the trade, so not terrible for Anno. Neither player, reminder, has played the south side yet, by the way, where there's a lot of food. Everything is focused on this northern side. And no, being in the shallow water doesn't slow you down at all. Could be an interesting mechanic. I wouldn't mind seeing a unit that throws like tar or something to slow units down in a small AoE. I think Anotand forgot about the Khan Hunter, by the way. Khan Hunter is very important here. The extra 0.75 tower range is going to allow you to essentially be yeoman. And the reason that's important is with the Yam, you're actually as quick as yeoman with the crossbows and quicker with the archers. A horseman switch up from Anotand, though. So horseman crossbows is how he's going to be able to afford his counterplay. Defense arrow comes out, makes him pretty chunky, and it will be a dive past the sink shot, but it's a bait one! Wham! With the 1-2! That was sick! He baited Anotand, reacted like he was going to get hit on the repair crew. Anno thought he dodged it like Neo. Instead, the Reaper came sweeping. Oh, what a sick fight. And Wham also revealing the horseman transition to Anotand so early. Wham. On cloud 9 with this. Look at the demi-lancers. They're in the back of the base. And he knows that Anotand's army is so small he can't easily react to that right now. New horseman coming out, but more villagers going down, even with the improved textiles. That's right, these villagers have 100 HP. This time, he won't fall for the trap. But he will start to lose control. To vacate the gold area, the defenses are failing him, and you can see that Wham is propelling towards victory here. Yeoman count still at 30 plus. Sink shot coming off cooldown in 20. Anotand lacks the horseman answer to this. He has 4 horsemen in total. The relic advantage, not really true anymore. Wow, I'm already banking 2. Third one sitting in the corner waiting to be retrieved. He's also playing the flanks in a way that Anotand can't. He never got rid of these demi-lancers this whole time. Even now, 1 remains. Anotand start this game looked like it was going his way for a moment until just the manners could not be stopped. And since that point, it really has felt like Anotand has needed to do something. That's just put him in such a vulnerable position. Anotand is at least getting some free resources after sniping these low HP buildings. But it is a full trap war both ways now. And while I'm taking this opportunity to inflate the mana count further. It's just turning into your atypical Lancaster game, isn't it? Props to the curveballs from Wham in the early game, though. Like, he really caught me off guard. We've seen Abbey of Kings almost every time on this map I want to see from top-level players. And also the order of things. Like, even though it didn't actually pay off in the end, the idea of the outpost on the gold was a smart and creative change to what we see Lancaster do. Definitely game one that promises a bloody good series. It's not over yet, but if Anotand doesn't find a way to do some damage soon, it's going to be inevitable that Lancaster manners will take over. No. That'd be a nice start. Finds the villagers out on the berries. Will be a garrison, but too many here. So 2 worker kills already. And the horsemen are starting to leak in. And I don't know, he has got the Khan Hunter now, right? Yeah, so here we go, guys. If he has got the Khan Hunter here... No, he hasn't. Where is he? There is a Khan Hunter somewhere. Okay, horseman go after the mill instead. Interesting. Has he misrallied it? No, it's showing up now. So here we go, guys. With the extra range, you basically have yeoman range. It's 5.75 versus 6. So this is how Mongols can contest. He did dodge the synchronized shot, which is important here. And now, with a little bit of yam, he'll be able to push forward, but he doesn't have the network forward. He is looking to brute force horsemen. They absorb a lot of shots. And wow, I'm now trying to switch into spearmen to answer that. But a good fight back here by Anotand. Range mass advantage is huge for him. Defense arrow is going to get activated. He continues to dive. Yeomen are quicker, but the formation is griefing him here in the choke points. I know, dives in deeper. Needs to, otherwise he's going to start A-clicking buildings. How far can you go with this, though? You're starting to reach the manners. They have arrow shots out of them, remember. So there's extra DPS to the defense, but Wham. Sacking a lot of his front line. Limited front line. Synchronized shot to punish on the retreat, but Anotand doesn't take too much damage from it. Wham's count is getting a bit low. Yeah, only 20 yeomen. Previously 30 plus constantly. And now the trebuchet is hitting onto the monastery. That's now going to fall. Anotand. He's just brute forcing this. He's got a trickle of horsemen coming in. He can taste the victory. Just needs to find a way of leaking into that backwards economy. And he's done it. Archer's now moving up there. Gold is on the ground. And Anotand now with an impressive 10 worker lead. Not just that, he's the one housing relics, not the House of Lancaster. We talked about this need to be aggressive, that if this sat back and chilled for a minute or two, it would just favor Lancaster now with the 9 manas. And Anotand sprang into action when it mattered most. And now the forward outpost. Extra movement speed galore. This is going to give him the chase down. Who needs yeoman when you've got archers and Mongols? 1.44 movement speed compared to that 1.31. Some new production also just getting caught. Both forces start to rebuild. Anotand has got more cavalry coming, this time Keshik and horseman variety. This man's Teresa Maying it right now, strong and stable. 12 worker lead, and at a point in the game where Wham is taking bigger risks with where he gathers gold, wood, far out in the west. When your opponent's switching Keshiks, it's the worst thing you could be forced to do. Let's get the cavalry sniping. That's nicely done. He's trying to protect the outpost. And the relic. Wait, I don't know. He forgot to pull it back. Missed opportunity. He could have walked off with the goods there. Wham. He's trusting in the sink shot. He's ready to make it rain. No! That one's already dead. Yeah, but guys, you know, like, one to the head, 15 to the chest, and then 40 to the limbs. It's the only way you know for sure. Got King Leonidas, that guy. Anotand. Now over to jump in with no sink shot, no hesitation. Only a few spinmen here. And we'll get thinned out fast. Keshiks on the approach. Wham, standing his ground, but this could get ugly. New wave of spinmen's coming through. I think Anno might have to back off here. Defense arrow does get activated. Ambitiously stands his ground. The trebuchets, by the way, have been destroying the manas. New cavalry arriving. It's working. The worker lead just keeps building up. He's finding additional kills elsewhere. Oh my, he was what, 22 a little bit earlier, now up to 26. So I think he just keeps maybe leaking into the farms. Wow, we'll better push him away, at least temporarily, but at this point, Anotand, he's in free flow, baby. There's no harassment on his economy. He's got plenty of resources still to work with. The step readout has moved up to take his 8k gold. And now the new wave of Keshiks. It's just never going to stop, right? Like, with this access on the step readout, plus the fact he's already got pasture galore at home, he even went for the monastic shrine, so he's getting great production rates on those sheep. I don't know what it is. I think the shamans have a special pheromone that just sends the sheep crazy. Whatever it is getting plenty of mutton to eat. And winning this game is definitely more than mutton. No, it'd be something. With the way that he's done it. Anotand looked like he was so far behind when that yeoman mass started to come in. That huge sink shot that looked like it was going to devastate him. But it's almost like the moment he got tricked, something flipped in Anotand. It's like, oh, hell no. Since then, we've just been staring at Wham scrambling to hold on. Needs stone to build up more of these manas. Actually, sorry, he's got plenty of it. Is he going for a keep drop? Or did he just forget? 871 stone. An outpost creep around. Doesn't even know. I love this. Just extending the aura. Flexes to fight in more locations. Also lets him set up springalds. Also, for some reason, Wham still has... No, come on. Guys, the relics on this map always spawn the same way. But because Wham didn't scout out that corner one, he didn't remember. So there's just been a relic he never picked up back there the whole time. Knight? Wait, Anno? Okay, he has at least got 2 crossbows to eventually deal with this, but this is a nice little raid for Wham. Guess what? 3, 4 worker kills? I think more than that. Which is damn impressive when you remember that these are 100 HP villages. Wham, now with a full hobby switch. Does Anno have ample answers to Hobbler? He's got a decent number of Keshiks. It's not out of control, though. Yeah, only 10. If you don't fight around a choke point, the Hobilars can just ignore you. I wonder, is Anna going to try to creep for that other relic? Because that would be sick. Sing shot. That's not the shot you were looking for, though. And now, the charge forward by both cavalry. Defense arrow does get activated. Spearmen are trying to catch up from Wham. It's a retreat towards the Spoon emplacements. Trebuchet's trying to do the siege workshop. Worried about that as a high-value target. But Wham, brute forcing in. Sink shot. Still got 15 seconds until it's back. But his front line is failing. The Spearmen overcommit. And the Keshiks break on through. A bigger cavalry wave than we've seen anytime since. Now about to reach the Yeoman. And the farms at the backside have really been struggling. The Spoon placement idling them out as well. He's got more outposts creeping around the back, by the way. And the push in, the outcome, the aftermath of that fight is huge. Each time before this, you'd see Anotand just kind of overcommit with the Keshiks. They get thinned out, and then the Yeoman trade out against the archers. That's not happening anymore. To make matters worse, Wham now has to deal with mangoes. Oh my dick. Can you stop? Oh, this is just disgusting. This one little villager. Absolutely worth it. That is sick. And Wham, because he never captured his abandoned outpost, he won't know about this. A guy who usually moans about vision, it was right there for the taking, my friend, and you never exploited it. It's the type of thing you just won't notice straight away either. If Anotand times it right around a Springle upgrade when he fights, you just won't know. You'll be too distracted by the dive. I really wish there was an easy way of tracking the amount of bounty that Anotand has got in this game, because it must be insane. Guys, just raw think about the amount of buildings that he's killed in this game. It's like, what's better, manors or just raid bounty? Because he's been getting payday constantly throughout this. Even the early game, remember, the Rams. I think, has he got the upgraded one? I'd hope so. And, oh, it is going to be a pull. So he does see it. We'll be able to deny it. Thank goodness. Whew. Mango. Wow. Oh, no. The auto aggro. Okay, he realizes. Let's check the pasture. Let's check the Uber, rather. He's not... Wait. He's not got the bounty. Which is shocking, actually. There's just so much money he would have made off of this. It's one of those type of techs you just often forget about. Even though it's very clear what his game strat was here. Lancaster Castle now on fire. Another payday for Anotand. With the landmark down, the gates begin to open. Wham. He can no longer protect that one relic. Anno really needs to drop off his. He finally... I love that. Yeah, it comes in now. He's like, oh, yeah, more relics. So 4 relics for Anotand. A 20 worker lead. Make it 5 relics. Sink shot is a big hit, though. What a connect there. Takes out 10. But is it just a drop in the bucket? Trebuchet count is ridiculous. Up to 5 now. Able to just insta-kill these manors. And now the primary TC at threat. Keshik line's going to have to pull back. Defense arrow will be activated for the recommit. Spearman looking to thread the needle. There's 22 of them, but they're not all here yet. 15 fighting. Archers stand their ground. The Keshiks are going to survive. Sneaking to the north side. Sink shot is a whiff. It wasn't the full power one. A lot of them still on cooldown. Wham needs to press the button again if he wants that shot. And there it is. It's hell from above, but is it going to be good enough? Another 8 kills from that rain, but still, the Keshik line just seems to keep on growing. I mean, surely not. Anotand will not be denied anymore. The TC is going down. 1 landmark remains, and then victory is his. And this whole while, he just keeps finding worker kills here and there. This looks over. He has no answer. He needs to build more yeomen to try and defend this, but he needs a melee unit to kill the siege. Anno reminding us that traction trebuchets are a thing worth investing in, even though we so rarely see them these days. Maybe these fast Mongol impers need to stop off in castle a bit longer to appreciate it, because this was one hell of a castle age bout. And a hell of a well-earned victory. Anotand on the final siege. The White Tower becoming more an orange one right now. No rush. Anna will just camp here. It's on Wham to make a move. An impossible move at this stage for the Canadian. Props to these two. Absolute cinema every time they clash.